boy, do I feel it. Allergy season's here, and it's not going anywhere for quite some time.
Oh, no. And you can tell by Byron's pollen count over these last few weeks that it really started earlier this year, and it's also ending later. So let's get to Dr. Purvi Parikh with the Allergy and Asthma Center joining us this morning to explain why allergies are getting worse and what we can do about it. Yes. Good morning, doctor. Good to see you.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, so I got to start with this. When does allergy season usually begin, and what is it that's making it so potent this year?
Right. Usually it's end of March, early April, but what's been happening is progressively allergy seasons have been getting worse because of climate change and global warming. So now we have not only longer seasons, but we have super pollinator plants because of the rising carbon dioxide levels. So it's quite intense for people who suffer from allergies and asthma. Also, last year, majority of people were home on lockdown or were masking more so than they're masking outdoors now. So all of that plays a role. The mask actually helped protect people last year from allergies and asthma as well.
Yeah, because, a lot of people I've been talking to, myself included, I mean, I have had allergies for almost ever, but I feel like this year it's just different. And it's like you can't even wake up in the morning because they're so bad. And it explains it. So what can we do about it, right? Because you take something like a Benadryl or, whatever your allergy medicine is, and then you're out like a light.
Kind of groggy.
Right. So, interestingly enough, even though the CDC said we don't have to wear masks as much, the masks do help because they create a barrier between your nose and mouth and the pollen. And there's a lot of better antihistamine medications now that are last longer than Benadryl. So some of the newer 24 acting ones are good. But, don't self-treat, especially if you have breathing problems. If you are struggling, go see an allergist because they can test you and we can get you on better treatment. Some treatments even will make you less allergic over time. So there is hope for sufferers.
Hey, you mentioned wearing the mask. That's going to help. But my problem has been my allergy eyes. It feels like there's sandpaper in there. So what can you do besides wearing goggles, right, to protect the eyes or kind of help with the allergy symptoms?
Right. So it's the same thing, pollen getting in your eyes. There are a lot of over-the-counter antihistamine eye drops. But again, the antihistamine pills work well. Also try to avoid being outside early in the morning because that's when the pollen counts are the highest. So if you're someone who likes to go for an early morning walk or run, try to time it a little later in the day.
So let me ask you this, right? Because some people are saying, okay, well, now that I have been taking off a mask, I may be feeling like I'm getting a cold. How do you tell if it's allergies when you wake up in the morning or if it could be something like a cold or even something now like COVID-19 symptoms?
Yeah, that's a great question. The key differentiating factor is fever. You will never get a temperature of over 100.4 for your allergies or your asthma, whereas, with all viruses, you can get high fevers. Same with COVID-19. With COVID, you can also get like loss of sense of taste and smell very abruptly. And then you get the whole body aches and fatigue, and you can get stomach disturbances like vomiting or diarrhea, which we don't typically see with allergies. Allergies are a little more itchy too than viruses.
Oh boy.
I see the beautiful view behind you, the windows. I want to open the windows and let some of this fresh air come in, but I worry doing so is just going to bring the pollen into the house.
Boy.
So how do you protect your home?
Yeah, so definitely you hit the nail on the head. Keep windows closed, especially early in the morning. Right now when the pollen counts are very high. Air purifiers don't necessarily help as much for pollen, but they do help for other allergens. So if you are someone who has pets that you're allergic to or mold, that will help. And then also, frequent cleaning as well, because if you minimize other allergens in your house, then you'll have less that you're suffering from. So if you're minimizing your exposure to dust mites and mold and pet dander, then you're less likely to be miserable because it's less allergens your body's fighting.
All these little allergens living among us.
That's my problem. You got to clean all the time. It's like, what? Right? I want to open the windows. It's like one of those things. It's like, it's so beautiful out. I want to open the windows, but you can't do it.
Is where you have the cool breeze too. So, all right, doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.